I love the chemistry. I mean, the chemistry is fantastic. And I also just say quickly, as a fan, I think you do a great job educating other fans about the game, because that, I would say, has frustrated me in the past about some coverage when it's sort of reduced to one side wanted it more, or this side played harder. And when you guys are explaining, like, why can't a guy get a shot off? Why is a particular defense working? I think the studio you guys built is off the charts.
Adam Silver, have you been watching Uncle KC? Not only does it appear that you've been watching Uncle KC, it's also abundantly clear you agree with me. The only difference between me and Adam Silver, though, I am willing to publicly identify the prime suspect. I am willing to say that ESPN provides the absolute worst coverage of the NBA. It's the main reason I did not understand why the NBA renewed their broadcast agreement with ESPN for another decade. I understand it completely from ESPN's perspective. Without the NBA, the worldwide leader in woke would cease to exist. But from the NBA's perspective, outside of money, outside of financial reasons, it makes absolutely no sense why you would continue to partner with a network that has no idea how to cover your league. We have over 2 decades of evidence that proves ESPN has no idea how to cover the NBA. These new deals with Amazon and NBC, they have further proven how inadequate ESPN's coverage is. The only good thing about ESPN's NBA coverage, you're more likely to see it while waiting at the doctor's office. If you're working out at the gym, ESPN is probably on the TV. In the rare case that Kawhi Leonard is working out, ESPN provides him with a visual reminder that he still works there. Hey, look up there. They're showing highlights of my friend James. I forgot I worked there. I should probably stop by this week and say hello. Adam Silver is clearly frustrated with ESPN's diversity approach to covering his league. It's not hard to understand why. Amazon has Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Blake Griffin, Udonis Haslem. And by the way, I did not have to look them up. I didn't have to look at the missing persons report to properly identify who Amazon has covering the NBA. Amazon has 2 first-ballot Hall of Famers and 2 star role players covering the league. Now, let's compare that roster to who the network that's dedicated to diversity has covering the NBA. Malika Andrews, Vomit. Mark Jones, Hoop Mark Jones! Mark Jones! Mark Jones, Double Vomit. Ken Perkins, Barf. Doris Burke, Puke. Monica McDougal, Drizzling Shits. Shanae Aguamike. Out of those 6, 1 has experience playing in the NBA. 1. Mo McDougal wasn't even qualified to play pretend basketball in the WNBA. Ken Perkins seems to be trying to be the millennial version of Stephen A. Smith. ESPN's coverage of the NBA is an absolute disgrace. So it's understandable why Adam Silver is frustrated. It's understandable why Adam Silver sees real coverage on Amazon and NBC and wonders why a network that is supposedly dedicated to sports absolutely sucks at covering sports. But ESPN isn't the only thing that is aggravating Adam Silver. He's also mad with the city of Las Vegas. Because once again, the highly promoted final for the barely coveted NBA Cup, formerly known as the in-season tournament, the championship game for the meaningless in-season championship in the NBA, it was played in front of a crowd that you would expect to see in the WNBA. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Let's go and get to the sponsor for today's video, my good friends at Sugar Mountain Trading. As you guys know, I got young nephews. Oldest is 8, youngest nephew is 6. Like most young kids, they deal with various skin ailments. Psoriasis, eczema, itchy, red, dry skin. Hell, I'm not a doctor. I'm not qualified to diagnose what it is. I just know it's a nuisance they no longer have to deal with because my sister started using oat and honey soap from Sugar Mountain Trading. This soap is ideal for sensitive skin, offering a gentle yet effective solution for various dermatological issues. Its American-made origins guarantees the highest standards of production. Also comes available with CBD. So if you're dealing with skin issues and pain at the same time, CBD version, take care of both. You'll be pain-free and smelling like fresh raspberries. Hell, that's literally the reason my wife uses it. She uses the standard CBD oil for pain, but she prefers the soap because she thinks it smells good. Like I said, oat and honey soap, available with or without CBD. So become pain-free while smelling fresh today by clicking the link in the description below. They have increased their discount for the holidays. Use promo code BTL35. Receive 35% off your first purchase with Sugar Mountain Trading. According to the Sports Business Journal, this is what the arena looked like in Las Vegas for the semifinals for the NBA Cup. Attendance for the championship between San Antonio and the Knicks, it wasn't much better. The NBA had to paper the arena to make it look full for TV. Now, for those that don't know, papering the arena is giving away free tickets or moving people who paid for nosebleed seats down to the lower bowl so the arena looks like it's packed. Outside of the first year, when LeBron James and the Lakers won this meaningless championship and celebrated it like it actually mattered, outside of the first year, the NBA has struggled to draw in Las Vegas. But that's okay. The brilliant Adam Silver, he has the ultimate solution to this problem. Next year, we are looking at putting this prestigious tournament in college arenas. That way, it will feel special. Let me make sure I'm understanding you correctly. You are struggling to sell tickets in Las Vegas, a city that is known for major events, a city that is reliant on tourism, a city where people go to do one thing and one thing only, spend money. You are struggling to sell tickets in one of the biggest event cities in the country, and your solution to the problem is moving the tournament to a college town? Average price for nosebleed seats was around $100. If you want good seats, you're spending $1,000 a ticket. And you expect broke college kids to have the money to pay for it? I have an idea. Why don't you give the semifinals and the finals to the team with the best record? Why don't you reward the home fans, the season ticket holders, the people that spend money to follow the team throughout the season? Why don't you reward them by hosting the finals at home? I cannot stand these doofus neutral site games. Don't like it in college. Damn sure don't like it in the NFL. I don't want my Saints playing at 9 o'clock in the morning from some dorky soccer stadium in the Islamic Republic of London. I don't want to hear the call to prayer during timeouts. The Saints belong in the Superdome in New Orleans. That is a home game. They shouldn't have to travel to an Islamic dump while the NFL tries to convince me they're playing at home. These neutral site games, the crowd, they're not engaged. It doesn't have the same feel, doesn't have the same energy. Can you imagine the intensity Tuesday night if that game was played in Madison Square Garden in New York City. New York City has been clamoring for a championship for decades. They finally win a meaningless title, and they don't get to celebrate because the damn game was played in an empty arena in Las Vegas. Josh Hart, he was so confused, he was sticking his thumb in Jalen Brunson's ass. Hopefully, the lack of support, hopefully, it gives the NBA hesitation of putting a team in Las Vegas full time, which is another decision I don't understand. But KC, Las Vegas is a major market for sports. The Raiders are doing great. You know what else Las Vegas is a major market for? Gambling. You know what the NBA has a serious problem with? Gambling. Why in the hell would you put a franchise in the mecca of gambling? For decades, leagues have treated Las Vegas like they have leprosy. They treated Las Vegas like it was infected with a disease. And that's because it is. It's infected with the disease of gambling. The NBA is already having problems with players and possibly coaches fixing games. Hell, the NBA has had a problem with gambling for decades. Why would you put a franchise in the middle of it? You know, the thing about gambling, it erodes any sense of loyalty that your fan base has with a team. It creates an atmosphere where fans are no longer emotionally invested in their team. They're no longer invested in a star player. With gambling, you are conditioning your fan base to be emotionally invested in the prospect of winning money. The reason this strategy is incredibly flawed, all gamblers lose. When they eventually run out of money, which they will, when the credit cards are maxed out, when their bank account is empty, you've lost them. They are no longer watching your product because you have given them every reason not to. If you condition your fan base to be emotionally invested in teams or even players, it really doesn't matter what happens. You have them for life. Remember when the Mavs traded Luka? Remember the outrage? That's what you want to see with every franchise in the NBA. Fans who care so much, they are pissed off for months after you trade the franchise player. You want that level of emotional investment. You want people to care. But the way the NBA has conditioned their fan base, and it's not just the NBA, NFL's doing the same thing. They are conditioning fans to care about money. They are removing the fun and replacing it with funds. It's short-sighted. It's going to have consequences. You can't bankrupt people and expect them to be fans for life. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.